She's at a place in her life where peace is a priority and negativity cannot exist. She's no longer matching energy. She's simply removing herself from any situation that doesn't vibrate her soul. So if you start moving funny, she's moving on.
What's up, my Fina love? Sisters Fina D coming to you all from Fina Team and News.
She's an icon, she's a legend, and she is the moment.
Honestly, if everybody like you, you're not that bitch. You staying safe, you in a box. You're an everybody like you ass bitch. Me, I ruffle a bitch feathers. I make a bitch skin crawl. A bitch hear my name and
Rule number 40. Don't let someone who's never been in your shoes tell you how to tie them.
And sometimes it's okay to be the villain in the made-up story that these people got going on in their mind. Because I'm telling you right now, I'm okay. I'm okay that in your story, I'm the villain. Because you the clown in mine. A whole clown. Sometimes it's okay to be the villain in the made-up story they got going on in their mind. Hashtag RHOA season 15 reunion was one for the books. Kenya responded, "Me too, sis. Me too." Laughing face emojis. Always the supportive friend. And the perfect person to comment on a post about being a villain on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. The difference is Kandi gets a little support from production. They go there with her, but they don't go there all the way. For example, in this image right here, Milo is screaming, Kandi is screaming. They are both matching each other energy because miserable Milo kept reaching, looking for a moment with Kandi, and Kandi was like, you know what? I'm going to give it to you. They are going at it, okay? And then the next episode, production pretends like we did not see Milo getting aggressive and Kandi matching her energy and being loud. Being aggressive doesn't mean you have to physically assault somebody. You have to put your hands on somebody. Raising your voice, making threats, all of those things can be aggressive. But then production flashed this image on the screen when they brought up being aggressive with the words on it, Milo hands. And then Milo leaned into that pretending I wasn't aggressive. This is me. Girl, are you serious? If this was Kenya going at someone that production rock with, the only part we would have witnessed was this part right here, Milo hands. We would not have seen the part where Milo was equally loud and aggressive with Kandi. They were matching each other energy. The Milo hands moment happened after she had calmed down. So production would have shown when Milo had calmed down, but then go back to when they were both in each other's faces, but cut Milo out of it and just show Kenya screaming. That's what they did to her. No one is saying Kenya Moore is a saint, but when you have producers editing a show like that, then of course, the people who are simply watching the show for entertainment, they're not going to dissect and dig deep like myself and say, oh, production did this. No, to them, that's what you did. That's who you are. They're going to believe it. And that's why Kenya Moore got so much hate. Or flashing Kenya and Kandi screaming and then flashing back to the ladies in the room being quiet as if Courtney didn't contribute to the reason why Kandi was raising her voice. Okay, Miserable Mala didn't contribute to the reason why Kandi was raising her voice. Or Sheree's storyline boo did not contribute to the reason why Kenya reacted that way. Why are you flashing them on the screen like they are the villains and the ladies who contributed to their reaction are over here all peaceful and angels? Like, stop it, production. And lastly, Milo lying that Kandi didn't show any empathy, and then production flashed back and showed the scene, Kandi hugging her and everything. So Kandi now knows, my goodness, Kenya, I get it, girl. I'm the villain this season, and I get it. I know I said lastly, but I have to bring this up every time. Remember how production removed an entire episode because then Kenya's reaction to questioning Portia Williams' activism would have been valid? They would rather Kenya get canceled and lied on than just showing the proof. But at the end, people are smart enough to see what it was. Portia ended up exposing the situation, and Kenya Moore was vindicated. Now let's get back to all of these different sounds that Kandi used on her images and in her videos. Okay, who are these clowns she's talking about? Who are these clowns that or who is the clown that made Kandi the villain in their whatever messed up story in their head? Okay, we got Courtney, whose storyline with Kandi is dead, but people go above and beyond during their reunion, hoping that they would get that call back. So who knows? So you have Courtney. Then you have flip-flopper Sonia, who pretends that she's staying neutral when she's not. Okay. Then you have miserable Marlo. We already know the history. We have delusional and desperate Sheree. And then we have Drew. Lying hypocrite Drew, who Kandi and her husband just hired to be one of the leading ladies in their movie. Drew is running around now calling Kandi a liar, even though Kandi saw her kiss LaToya, even though LaToya admitted last season that they kissed. And that's the reason why when Drew was running around lying on LaToya about that prophet, threatening to play a recording, and then saying that she had the Delilah spirit, just for all of it to be Drew, who is simply projecting. But didn't I say it when I saw the cast? I said, I get it. What's done is done. But LaToya and Drew have unfinished business, so why is she not back? Now LaToya is changing her story, saying that they did not kiss. Now I understand if Drew is not comfortable, willing and ready to come out or expose that side or that part of her life yet. But girl, knowing Kandi Burrugh's history on this show, knowing that your friend Portia Williams was a part of the biggest lie on this show and the biggest attempt to take Kandi Burrugh's down, okay? We all know how that ended. Knowing that Portia Williams kissed Kandi in the club, but then sat there during their meeting and lied to her face, we didn't kiss. And then went in confessionals, well, if we kissed, I was probably drunk. Now, I'm aware that it's not the same because it's not like Drew and Kandi kissed and then Drew is lying. But the reason why it's a trigger is just don't say I'm lying. That's what I'm talking about, okay? Especially when it comes to things like that. But hey, Portia Williams have videos and sermons on the internet preaching against a certain lifestyle that she now lives. And Drew comes from a very religious background. So maybe, like I said previously, she's not ready yet to talk about it. So Drew could be one of the clowns. There's a lot of them this season, especially as it relates to going against Kandi. But I know that it's very hurtful to continue to invest in people, be there for people, and then those same people end up stabbing you in the back and in the front. She put Portia in one of her plays. She pitched an entire show for Miserable Marlo, and now we see how ungrateful. Exactly. She and Portia, they're cool again, but yeah, that's hurtful. But I remember this scene when Kandi went in on Drew, okay? You keep blaming her, as in LaToya, for grown men's behavior, okay? If the prophet did what you said, it's because he wanted to. What if he did not tell LaToya he was engaged? And the list goes on and on. So Kandi already went in. You can see Kandi's face. She in his image. She already went in on Drew at one point. So she knows when it comes to lying and being a hypocrite, she already knows that. Yetta and Kenya are the only two people that she really doesn't have an issue with. Okay, she didn't really get into it with Sonia, but she knows what side Sonia is on. She had a few, heated moments here and there with Courtney, but she knows what side Courtney is on. This seating arrangement is interesting because she should be up there and not all the way at the end, because she really got the season going. But I know she disappeared a little bit, so I get it. Kandi also said that she hates sitting next to Annie because when you sit in those chairs, that means you had a very busy season and majority of the heat is going to be on you, and she doesn't care. And I wouldn't either, because it doesn't matter where she sits. Allegedly, she is still the highest paid right now. So if I can get paid and be all the way back here, hey, I'm chilling, I'm good, okay? So we shall see. And then Andy did say something about someone bringing receipts.
We have a receipt that has been entered into the reunion lexicon. I'm not going to say who brought it, but I'm going to say it is quite possibly the shadiest receipt in the history of the Housewives. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to overpromise, but this one is fucking shady as shit. That's all I'm saying.
We shall see who brought the receipt and who's the clown that Kandi is talking about, okay? Right now, Kandi is somewhere on vacation celebrating her husband, Todd, because his birthday is in a few days. So I will be back with a completely separate video about that, because you already know when it comes to their vacations and parties, exactly, but that's a separate video. If you are interested in seeing more behind the scenes videos and things like that, please click the very first link in the description below and subscribe to my YouTube members only. I'm wishing all of you well and take care. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.